What's going on, guys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another episode in the mind of NealGuides. In the mind of an elite player. Now, there's going to be regarding a 3-3-4 or what's otherwise known as a 5-3-2, how to use it and how to exploit any defense. Now, if you want to know about the 5-2-1-2, you have to scroll back to NealGuides 2. So I started this series about a year ago in the mind of an elite player. This is the exact same video, but for the 5-2-1-2. I know it's from last year. I know it's uploaded last year. But it's the exact same thing. There is no Eyetracker in that one, but that will be regarding a 5-2-1-2 formation. But because we're going to use the 5-3-2 this time because I made a video on it yesterday, and it only seems right, obviously, the first thing you want to do is go straight into a 5-3-2, and maybe I'll make the 5-2-1-2 in the future. But I want to explain to you how to play like an elite player. I've also got the Eyetracker, so we actually are going up against an opponent who's got actually a pretty decent team, actually a really good team. I've not actually seen a team like this. But a pretty solid team, a pretty solid attack is what I'm looking at. I haven't got the best of teams, but that doesn't really matter at this stage of FIFA. Now, the most important thing with a 5-3-2 is a left back and a right back. When they go forward, they act as wingers. That's why you attack in a 3-3-4. Don't forget, if you want to watch this in 1080p, that bubble that you can see on the screen is actually my eye movement. For example, now I'm looking at NealGuides in the top right. So if you want to see where I'm looking, you have to watch this in 1080p. That way you can see it a bit better. We're going to change to the 5-3-2 now. This is important. You can play whoever you want here. People always ask me that. Personally speaking, I like to play attacking players in defense because I just like to play very attacking, and I like to play wingers in that position. So basically, how does it work? When you defend, it defends in a 3-defender formation, 5-3-2. When you attack, it attacks in a the left back and right back, they go forward, and it attacks in a 3-3-4. That's how it becomes a 3-3-4 formation. So whenever you see this formation, you're up against someone who uses this. Don't think that it's a defensive formation, it's an attacking formation. It's extremely OP formation. Now, unlike the 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, when the fullbacks, when they go forward, they are completely in their own lane. That means they are actually unmarked. And I'll explain to you that in a second. Now, from kickoff, don't activate attacking fullbacks just yet. The most important thing is wait for the ball to go out of play. Because if you do attacking fullbacks right now, people don't realize this is actually your kickoff formation or your chemistry formation. So the last thing you want to do is concede now, have players out of position. Vardy's right-footed. Okay, so he shot his left foot. I just took a risk there and let him go on his left foot. But the good thing is we're behind now, which is actually a good way to start the video because this is actually what I wanted. So we are now behind. We're 1-0 down. Key thing is be patient. We know the 5-3-2 is going to come in clutch. The most important thing is activate the attacking fullbacks. Now, if you don't activate attacking fullbacks, the left back and the right back are just going to sit there. You need to activate attacking fullbacks, and then these guys are going to go forward. Now, when they go forward, they're going to be unmarked. All you have to do is find them. So watch. You see Kent on the top right? As you can see, he's unmarked. All you got to do is just find him. Like that. You just have to find him. And that's why this is so superior compared to the 4-1-2-1-2, because the 5-defender formation, there's 5 defenders in the line, right? So what happens is the game registers a player to each lane. So because in a 4-defender formation, normally a left back and right back will occupy a lane of, for example, a normal left mid and right mid. So when they go forward, they act as a left mid and right mid. But because when in a 5-defender formation, because there's a central centre back, they get pushed out wide. And what this means is they have their own lane. That's why they're unmarked. Look here. That's why they're always unmarked. So if you just want to get a cheap goal, just go down the wing, do a driven pass. All you got to do here, and then you can work your way inside if you want, or you can go back inside the box. And that's one thing to do. So that's just understanding how the formation works. Again, remember, both the fullbacks, they're going to now only focus on the left back and right back. You see Kent there, completely unmarked. See Mbappe as well, completely unmarked as well. You see that? So they're always going to be there. Just remember that. If you're in trouble, just go back. Switch the ball, and do the exact same thing, and the other wing will be free. Just look at the radar now. Every time I switch the ball, his defense shifts. Do you see that? See his defense is shifting towards me now. Whereas when I go backwards like this and I shift back up again, see like the right hand side. You see that it's completely unmarked. So this is what you want to do. This is how you want to use the formation. But anyway, going into attack now. So you understand how the formation works. Now the key thing is these fullbacks are going to occupy your opponent's defense. Think of them like David Villa and Pedro in Barcelona's, in Pep Guardiola's 2011 team. The left back and the right back, they're going to go forward. And basically, your opponent's right back, he has no choice but to mark them. Because what's happening is, when they're going far forward, it leaves the opponent's, not the opponent, but opponent's AI in a mind of two things. Either A, they leave them unmarked so you can pass the ball to them, or B, they mark them. But if they mark them, it creates a greater gap between the opponent's defense. Let me explain this to you how it works, okay? So let's say, for example, as you can see, my opponent is playing a 4-2-3-1. So imagine he's got a defensive backline 4. Now, when these guys go forward, what's going to happen is his left back and right back have to either mark them. But if the left back and right back, if the left back and right back mark the players, then there's a greater, let's say that's my left back and right back, and that's his. There's a greater distance between his left centre back and right centre back. Sorry, his left back and his left centre back, and his right back and his right centre back. You see that? If he decides to play narrow, like this, then my fullbacks are going to be free down the wing. So no matter what he does, either they're going to be free, or I'm going to create space in the middle. Like the goal that I just scored. You might have to go watch that back. Just watch how much space was created for me. So what this does, it actually creates more space for you. And the best thing is, if your opponent has come back in offense, his lamb and his ram go and mark the left back and the right back. I'll explain to you when a situation comes. So again here, back in the game, it's 1-1. We don't want to concede from kickoff. Going to play conservatively. Going to use my strikers to press, not my cams, not my centre mids. Going to press with my strikers. Going to run back when I need to. Going to run back with my striker if I need to. Again, keeping my shape. Again, not being aggressive. If I want to be aggressive, I can be aggressive. Remember, don't forget, this guy's actually a decent player. He's actually quite pretty good retaining the ball. So I don't want to take too much of a risk. Again, using my centre mid to defend. You see that? Man marking the striker. I'm seeing Hadji and man marking Hadji. Man marking him. So you can't pass the ball to Hadji. I'm literally just man marking and forcing him to make a pass to someone else. Vardy's right-footed. Again, looking at Hadji. Now I'm going to change player, try to be a little bit aggressive here. Now the good thing with a 5-defender formation is you can be aggressive at any time. You have one extra player. See that you got that extra defender, he's right-footed there. That's one with having someone like Vardy with the right foot. It's very easy to read. Okay, now again, remember I told you, play slow. Oh my god, what on earth was that? This is why you face a player and you make a pass. I have a bad habit of doing that. If I coach any of you guys, you know what I'm talking about. Always face the player, then make a pass. Again, wait, be patient. Now you see, look, he's now watch. Now Trent is completely unmarked on the top, so always bear that in mind. Trent is unmarked, so I'm in trouble. Just lob the ball to Trent. I got a bit lucky there. So now look here, got my players unmarked. I'm gonna ball away, and this is how you retain possession if you're ever in trouble. Just ball away from your opponent. Always take a touch away from your opponent. This is going to be a game changer for you. Take a touch always away from your opponent. That way your opponent can never get the ball. If he's on your left hand side, you ball to the right hand side. Now again, gonna wait, be patient, shield the ball a little bit. We see Mahrez there. We see Kent. See how Kent is drifting his left back away. Look at his left back. See his lamp, and look how much space I now got in the middle. You see that? And that's why the formation is so OP. Now what you can do as well, you can put one of your left in the mid and right in the mid and join the attack. Don't play aggressive like this, but if you do play aggressive, make sure you run back. If you play aggressive, what you can do is you can use offside trap to bring the defensive line forward. I wouldn't recommend that unless you know what you're doing. If you do play aggressive, the key thing is covering runs. So if you be aggressive like that, you need to understand that that player is out of position. So I'm being aggressive, I send them mid here. I'm also moving players to cover that position. You see that? So like now I'm moving Ronaldo back in 5-star. He's got a 3-star weak foot. But he's a team of the year player, so he is very good. Even though he's got a 3-star weak foot, he can still be very, very good. We're going to do a through ball down the wing, completely unmarked. Nothing he can do about it. Going to do a fake inside and go out again. Always works. Fake shot stop. Outside. Oops, that was a bit of a heavy touch. No problem there. Again, that's only centre mid. Going to be conservative, not going to run back. Just going to delay him. What we're doing now is delaying him, waiting for Kent to reinforce as a right back, waiting for Mbappe to reinforce. See, look, I'm just waiting. I'm being conservative, and then once you're in trouble and your back five is not in check, then you can use your back five. Always use your. Oops, he's probably going to get the ball here. What on earth is this delay? Again, someone's next to me. So again, Kent is free. Going to do a simple L1 trigger to Kent. So as you can see, Kent is there. Now he's shifted. All we're going to do here, touch the ball over here, lob the ball all the way to this guy. This guy's completely unmarked. Fake shot into this. Oh, that was meant to be a fake shot. That's it. His delay strikes back. Pretty unlucky to have a game with delay, but maybe this is a good example of showing you. But anyway, that's just the base staple of the formation anyway. That was meant to be a fake shot. Now, how to play in delay. This is going to be like a 2-part video. Now, when you play in delay, the key thing is you can't be intricate when you're dribbling. You got to be very, very safe. You can't take any risks. So, I'm going to be over defensive. Kickoff 45 minutes. So now I'm in delay. It's actually going to be a perfect example. So when you're in delay, the key thing is to be conservative. Don't be over attacking. We are winning. It's 1-1. Oh, we're not winning actually. We're literally, well, in my eyes, we're drawing. We're going to change this up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the tactics. Now I leave this on 1 width. Now, if you don't use hug the sidelines, you can leave this on 7. Now, I use one width, and I'll explain to you why. Fast build up is important, so the left back and right back bomb forward. But where the key is to this formation is when you activate attacking fullbacks. So again, gonna activate attacking fullbacks and hug the sidelines. So watch hug the sidelines. Now watch, my left back and right back are going to be even more wider. Now this is what breaks any opponent. Doesn't matter if they're a pro player, all you got to do is do an L1 trigger like that, do a driven pass down the wing, and then they're through every single time. What you decide to do here is up to you. You can go down the wing. I like to go inside like this. You know, if I'm in trouble here, I like to lob the ball all the way to this guy over here, go down the wing over here, you know, get him to panic, go back up again, go back inside again, go back outside again to the 3 centre mids and use them. Okay, we got a bit unlucky here. Again, use our centre mid, run back with our centre mid, run back cover. Again, don't be too aggressive. Again, no matter what formation you use, don't be too aggressive. Switching players, my right unlocks it now, man marking his players. Now I see Omar's going nowhere. If he wants to pass, I want to bring back my striker now, just to give me a bit more support. There with my 3 centre mid, stay in shape. I'm using my I'm using my striker to defend, and then I'm going to bring back Martinez there. Going to run back here. Going to run back with my striker again. Now we've got to change to our centre mid because Hadji is free now. Hadji's a danger man. Stop the ball going to Hadji. Overmar's got a 5-star weak foot. Going to be aggressive. Got a bit unlucky there. We can see Hadji going to use Nedved to defend. Nedved run and jockey, run and jockey, run and jockey. Vardy right-footed, and we just put him off with that angle. So what I did there is I knew Vardy was right-footed. I'd marked the danger man, and I put him off. So this is something you can do as well. This is more advanced. This is why, like, maybe this is the only time I'll talk. Oh my god, what is this delay? Maybe this is one of the only times I'll talk about this. So what you can do is you can actually deactivate attacking fullbacks, and they will come back towards you and defend. You see that? But the key thing is when you activate it again, it tricks your opponent and they can never read it. You see that? They can never read it. Once you go down the wing over here, go inside, take a touch, go to your 3 centre mids. Oh, that was bad pass. Bad pass, nonetheless. Oops. Go Nedved. Pass the ball to, gonna pass. Now you kind of establish how the fullbacks work. We're going to actually start attacking properly now. So again, possible Martinez, possible to Nedved, looking at Mahrez now. We're going to get the ball to Mahrez, do a drag back into the space, go back again. Go back to our centre mids, shield the ball now, shield the ball. Pass the ball to Martinez, take a fake shot around to the outside, take a shot, and it's very simply a goal. Now, all my right back are doing at that time, although you think they're doing nothing, they're actually creating more space in the middle. What's happening is he's forced to not have a narrow overload the ball side. Basically, this is like countering overload the ball side. You're forcing your opponent to go wide. As I said, the most important thing is your opponent can't do anything about it. Another thing you can do as well is you can turn off hug the sidelines, and you can actually do extra striker. So what this is going to mean is someone from midfield will drop into a striking role. Now, generally speaking, the most attacking player will drop into a striker role. So extra striker just means that someone in midfield will become a striker. So to make this formation even more attacking, you can use extra striker. So the D-pad tactics is kind of what makes the formation very modular, and it's how you can change it on the fly. So as you can see here, look, defending. You can also use striker drop back, by the way. Oops, didn't mean to do that. You can also use striker drop back as well. So that way your striker can drop back. So this basically means come back on defense. Even if your striker's instructions stay forward, we get the counter attack here. Again, just go back. Be patient. No, don't worry. Doesn't matter. There's no attacking options available. The key thing is to be patient. I'm going to lob the ball now to Mbappe, headed inside. Oh my god, what on earth was that? Got a bit unlucky there. Going to be aggressive now. Got to make a choice now. I see Cazorla. Is that Cazorla? I thought he brought on Cazorla. Maybe not. I think it is. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm mistaken. Again, ball away. Be patient. Mbappe making that run. Through ball. Now we can see players inside the box. Mahrez. Nice. Into the space. Now Cuadrado turned out to be the attacking player. I don't know why. Sometimes it brings, so for example, because Cuadrado is my winger, so it actually brought out someone out of the back. So what's happened now is I'm actually defending with 2 centre backs as opposed to 3. But it makes me very, very attacking in midfield. And also to close the game out, to make this ultra defensive formation, you just get rid of your attacking options. And look, now we've gone to an ultra defensive phase. Now you can just sit back, relax, enjoy a cup of tea, and let him break down the Great Wall. You've got your 3 centre mids in the midfield, so you can defend with your centre mids first, and then if you need to, you can use your wingers whenever you need to. Again, as you can see, the fullbacks are not committing forward now, so you can defend. You can bring back a striker to be a bit more of a defensive. So you can bring back your striker. So again, you can use Mahrez to see how man marking his striker. And then you can't, realistically, there's nothing they can really do. I mean, I don't really play this way. Again, the fullbacks, they won't go forward. You can do a quick 1-2 with your fullbacks, but they won't go forward unless you activate the D-pad tactics again. So if you want them to go forward, you have to activate the D-pad tactics, and then they will go forward. That is something to bear in mind. Don't do a drag back, or that was meant to be a drag back. If the delay wasn't there, that would actually be a drag back. Again, nice. Gonna shield the ball. Oh, sorry, run and jockey, not shield the ball. He's playing very attacking now, but again, like, we're gonna go into the situation where he's parking a bus again, and I'll give you another example. So we're gonna go back to the attacking stance. I'm gonna go extra striker, attacking fullbacks. See, now we've got a back two, but that's fine. Now we're very, very attacking. Now we're gonna have options everywhere. We're gonna, so not mathematically speaking, we're gonna outnumber him in midfield. There's nothing he can do about it. Now, even if he's got all his players and come back in defense, there's nothing you can do about it, because I've got more players than he's got defenders. You see that? There's not. See, look, his defenders. There's what on earth? How on earth did he miss that? But as you can see, I got 3 attackers and he's got 3 defenders, and there's nothing he can do about it. Gonna run back now. Gonna use our centre mid to defend first. Gonna use a centre mid track. Gonna use a centre mid as well. Oop, made a mistake there. Gonna recover. Haji's right-footed, I think. Good play. And I'll be honest, there was nothing really he did this game, I'll be honest. I kind of kept him at bay. Get the ball out. Nice pass. He did go team press in the end. But that's just a perfect example of how you use the 5-3-2. It's pretty easy, I'll be honest. But have a look for yourself. Don't forget, attacking fullbacks is the main thing. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. It's a bit of a late one. It's late at night when I upload this video. But hopefully this will give you a bit of an insight. Just to go over just a brief highlights in case you're wondering what on earth am I talking about. What's happened over here? Let me just change it to this. That way my eyesight doesn't annoy you, but neither does. So look, this is Dalbert. Now you see Dalbert cannot tuck inside too much because Kent is always going to be free down the wing. So what happened is Dalbert has to stay in this position, which means no man's land. And that in turn creates more space inside the box. Do you see that? So what happens is that means his left back and right back, they can't come inside. So all you have to do is then you just have to find opportunities. Look, for example, like over here, right? This is when they're very far wide, right? Now watch. The only reason why this space is created over here is because this defender, in particular this one, you can probably even see by the way he's looking. He's looking back. You see that? He's looking back as well, and so is the other one. Now, are they literally looking back? Probably not. But, you know, the most important thing is, you see, they have to stand in no man's land, you see? They can't tuck inside, because look, if he tucks inside and marks Nedved, then the player down the wing is free. Do you see that? So that's why the formation is so OP. You just have to find the gaps. That's the most important thing. Just wait for the gaps. The gaps will open up. You know, here's an example of, you know, like he's got legit, like he's got 3 strikers running towards him. There's nothing he can really do about it. But this is just a perfect example of how it works. You know, even this chance over here, look, you can see over here, look, watch. Look at his left back and right back. Again, look, his right back. Look at this space, how much space Nedved has to run it behind. Look at the distance between his right centre back and his right back. And again, the reason why is he's forced to stay in his no man's land because he has to mark. Because if he doesn't mark this player can naturally just come in and exploit that space. So the game glitches out and forces him into no man's land. Look at this. Whenever he gets the ball, look how much space he has. And that's the reason that goal really arose. Now you could say he's on team press, but it doesn't matter. You see that? But that space, see, look, that space was only created. It was only created because of the formation. I mean, I hope that give you, a good insight of how the formation works. And hopefully you can see, how OP it is and how it works. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I can't believe you missed that, by the way. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, boys.